You know, business is not difficult. It is complex. And if you come up as a professor, as a trainer, with concepts, you're not going to help people. So you need different type of didactical tools. One of them has been invented by Harvard, something like 40, 50 years ago. That's the business case, which is about not presenting the concept, but putting people into the situation. This is a great leap forward, except that in a Harvard case, in a business case, you don't see the results. You discuss about it, but you don't see the results. That's what business simulation, what you call serious games, I like this word, serious games, what you call serious games are about. Basically, you put the people in a situation, but they take decision, and immediately they see the result. This is the first advantage of the business simulation. I would say the second one is you are in a safe environment. You would dare to do things that you would never do in reality. And you repeat things. So you have this second aspect. You are in a safe environment. You don't have to, you can, I would say, invent new solutions and check if they are good or not solution, if they are not a good solution. And basically also it's fun. I may add a third point. Usually when you teach, you bring the concept just in case. Well, I teach you a finance concept, and maybe in the next 3 years we might use it. When you are using a business simulation, we don't do it just in case. We do it just in time. We say, okay, this is what will be, because of the scenario, will be the main challenge. Let's bring at that time the main concept that people will use, practice, and implement for solving the problem. There's a challenge when you build a business simulation. It's about simplifying the reality. Yes, but we're talking about teaching. If you teach, you want people to understand, and you want people to be able to grasp complex relationship. So you have to make it simple. And that's what business simulation is, simple. But the real complexity is not coming from the concept. It's coming from competition. It's coming from uncertainty. And this is built in the business simulation. Because in business simulation, people are basically in competition, and you don't know what's going to happen, and that makes the difficulty. Difficulty is not coming from the concept, it's coming from the uncertainty of the competition. So I would say the challenge when you design a simulation is to simplify the reality, but not to oversimplify it, so that we're sure that the people, well, go for it and just play the game. There's not much technique in management. You learn economics, you learn physics, you learn mathematics. This is about techniques. But you don't have so much technique. Basically, an MBA is not about technique. It's about, I would say, learning new processes and understanding how to use those processes. Now, in a business simulation, the big teaching technique, because then there's a teaching technique, is about repetition and error, making sure that people are going to make mistakes in a safe environment, and they're going to learn from the mistakes. So in the NegoSim business simulation, that specific one, what I want them to understand is, how do you go for globalization? What does it mean? Could we, I would say, evolve in a global world in a different way, in different ways? And second, for example, we talk about co-petition, which is the mixing the blind of competition and cooperation. You can talk at length about that. But when you are in the negotiating room and you have to understand that you have to give and take at the same time to build a famous win-win relationship, you know, nothing is better than experiencing it during a real case where you have to really negotiate with other people. And that's what the NegoSim simulation is about. Globalization, financial market, and also co-petition, which is another paradox. It's neither competition nor pure cooperation.